Hello, there we go. Okay, alright. See, that's why I do the mic check with all of my little hellos. Hello, everyone. Let me give everyone a good old ham hi. We're back with Snatcher, a cyberpunk adventure by Hideo Kojima. I have had this game stuck in the back of my brain ever since we played it on Friday. I am excited. I have no idea what to expect. My day has been pretty good. I ate some tacos, played some Dragon Quest earlier. A good time. Good time for all. I am excited though to get back to this, so maybe we can get like one or two of our questions answered because it's so mysterious. So many mysteries abound. Mysterious mysteries of mystery. Yee! All right, I can't hold back anymore. Let's continue. Oh, that was loud. Hold on. Okay, no, it's fine. Make a yummy supper? Yeah, supper is good. All right. Okay, so last we left. All right, we're on chapter 2, and the answer to chapter 2 was to find where the hospital is that the Snatchers are getting serviced. Yes, that was it. So we worked with Napoleon, who was dressed up as Santa, to find a vet, and the vet was not the place we needed to go. Then Katrina was attacked, and so we went to go save Katrina, but no, poor Alice the dogger, she did not make it. The Snatchers got her. Ah, poor dogger. Anyway, we went back to our apartment, and Katrina was there waiting for us, all toweled up and nipply. It was very awkward. But from her, we were able to get a list of hospitals, and from that, we found that the hospital in not Orleans, like we originally thought, but Queens was the one we were looking for. And so we investigated this hospital, and we found some paper in code, but the code's in Chinese. So sadly, we don't know what it is. But we do know someone that does speak Chinese, so let's give him a call. Digiphone. So Napoleon number 395644. Baked chicken with jalapeno jelly, baby potatoes. Ooh, yay! I love baby potatoes. 39644.
The number you have reached is not in service at this time. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording. JT&T Neo Kobe.
Uh-oh. That was the right number, right? Uh, 395644.
The number you have reached is not in service at this time. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording. JT&T Neo Kobe.
That's funny. I'm sure I got the phone number right. Perhaps the Snatchers have killed Napoleon too. What's this symbol? Oh! That's the mask that was at the outer heaven. And where was Napoleon gone? I know! Yeah, I know where Napoleon is. Have you figured it out? Let's head there. Lots of flavor, none of the spice. Oh, okay. I still would have liked a little bit of the spice, but it's still cool. Alright, let's go to Outer Heaven. What would you like to do? And exit. Bow, 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 bow. Really remind me of someone I know, I bet. That's you, right, Napoleon? I know what you're talking about. I don't know anyone named Napoleon. No, it's you, Napoleon. Now cut the stupid act. Really got the wrong man, sir. Yeah, you who I think you are. Hey, what are you doing? Lay off. Oh, Napoleon, what's the problem? Stop this nonsense. Hey, look, I'm just the doorman. Everything will be fine. I guarantee your safety. Now, don't worry. Now, take that mask off. What a bother. Do you have any proof that Napoleon and I are the same person? Proof? You want proof? Yeah, you have the same voice. That's it. Is that the best you got? That metal analyzes voice printing. Is that Napoleon? Sorry, Gillen, I haven't stored any Napoleon's voice data. I won't let it happen again. I've got it. You smell just like him. What, Gillian, what did Napoleon smell like? Shut up. No proof. That's it. You and he are the same height. No proof. Yeah, that wormy, untrustworthy attitude of yours is just like him. It's no proof. Two of you talk the same way. If that's proof, then I'm a policeman. Achoo! Excuse me. No, I've got it. That sneeze. I sneeze. You sneeze just like him. He has hay fever. Alright, you win. I've had enough fun for now. I just wanted to play with you for a bit. Nice work, Gillian. You're a first-rate junker. Go on in.
Have a seat, Gillian. We're safer in a crowded place like this.
Jeez, you really had me fooled. 2 rolls in 1.
Gesundheit.
Well, you know, you gotta understand. Being an informer isn't exactly the safest job on the planet, you know. That's why it's important to be a master of disguise, like me.
Yeah, but I feel pretty stupid. I mean, all that time I was asking you about where Jean went, I didn't realize I was asking someone who actually worked there.
Hey, I was just as surprised as you were. But I didn't know that Gibson had been here. You see, I wasn't working that day.
Anyhow, it's not masquerade night today. Why don't you take that mask off, Napoleon? It's a little unnerving sitting here talking to a wolf.
Oh, I like it.
All right. I suppose there's no harm there. Boy, you really work up a sweat in these full-face masks.
Oh, boy. Maybe you should have left that on.
What? Still, you did a nice job of figuring out who I was.
Come on, Napoleon. That stupid phone recording with the Wolfman? JT&T would never do anything that tasteless. Besides, what really tipped me off was that constant sneezing of yours.
Sneezes, eh? Well, listen, you want me to tell you why I'm called Napoleon?
Because winter gets the best of you. Napoleon Bonaparte sent his enormous army into Russia in 1812, but suffered a major defeat because of the snow.
Oh.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, the sneezing isn't a cold. It's my allergy to snow 9 pollen. So...
That's weird. I thought we were allergic to
what
snow
did you
9
wanna
pollen.
know?
I've got a couple of questions to ask you.
Now, why is he allergic to
Fire
us?
away.
You're Chinese, right? That's right. Purebred, I might add. Came to Neo Kobe just after I turned 20. Other members of the place are from after they lost the war. Wasn't a pretty picture. I'll tell you, the catastrophe really changed my life. Everything about it. That was a crazy time. Not masquerade time at the moment, but don't be staring at the other customers. Makes them nervous. Oh, we'll be safe at this table. It's the most isolated in the whole place. Doorman look suits you. Napoleon heck a lot better than the Santa get up. Mind your business. Would you take a good look at this for me? What's it mean? You're Chinese, right? Well, I'm not surprised that you had trouble with this. What's that mean? These are Chinese characters for chemical elements, hardly in standard use. If I wasn't a science major, I probably wouldn't know them myself. It's a simple code using the characters. So what's this about Chinese chemical element characters? What do you mean? Character on the far left is beryllium. Next one, and the very last one are nitrogen. And the third one stands for sulfur, and the fourth one is oxygen. Beryllium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen. Does that make something? Beryllium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen. I've got it. Gillian, let's go over the names of these elements, shall we? Whose name is on this file? Please input your guess. Wait, there's a name? Beryllium. Oh, good, Sora, thank you for stopping by. You have a wonderful sleep, and I hope that the Christmas movies are a lot of fun. Make sure you watch the Peanuts one. That one is one of my favorites. B-N-O-S-N. B-N-O-S-M. B-E-N-I... X... Benoit? Benoit? S-U-N-I. Benique Sunny? Whose name is written here? B N O S N. Symbols for the elements have meanings, you know. They have meanings. They have meanings. Oh, okay, this is... I might have to look this one up. I don't know if I'm smart enough for this one. Like Benoit was kind of close. Oh. Beryllium. Nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen.
So that's it. Benson. Beryllium is Be, nitrogen is N, sulfur is S, and oxygen is O. And another N makes Benson. The name Benson was encoded on this file.
Benson. I sure hope it is not referring to the chief, Benson Cunningham.
No
Or
way.
to our friendly engineer, Mr. Harry Benson. No, that couldn't be. No way.
But the possibility, though remote, does exist.
Metal, I want you to cut off all your data transmissions to headquarters now.
Oh shit! Do we have a spy?
Understood. Now disabling automatic transmission routines. Done. No further data transmissions to headquarters will be executed.
My God. A Snatcher in Junker headquarters? We've got to get there quick. Let's go, Metal.
Hi, Toaster!
See you later, Junker. Today's little information tidbit is on me. Now take care, Gillian. Don't get yourself taken out by some snatcher. I think I'll lay low for a while. You know, after all, you are my main source of income.
You be careful too, Napoleon. You get killed and you won't be able to sneeze anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
See you, Napoleon. Metal, let's go.
That's so weird. If he's sneezing because of Snow 9, why aren't I? Napoleon is a real G. I have to say, for kind of a slime ball, he's on the up and up. He's got my props. This is the reception area. Welcome back, Gillian. Glad to see you're safe and sound. Mika, Chief, and Harry, they're out right now, I think. Oh, really? Where shall we go? Engineering room. This is engineering. Harry's not in, so either Chief or Harry is a Snatcher. Let's look for evidence. We have to proceed with the investigation with the utmost care at this point. Start the search for this room here. Poster famous pop star from the previous century. Is there anything behind it? Photo from Harry's childhood. Something on the desk. Box of matches and a memo. Outer Heaven's logo appears on the box. Harry and Outer Heaven had matches? Memo. It says face to face. Face to face. In Harry's handwriting, wonder if it's some kind of message. Face to face thing have to be a key. You have to search in areas this brings to mind. Probably means search for face to face or watch out for face to face. Hang this memo for me. Definitely a box of matches from Outer Heaven gives away to his regular customers. He's the only one at headquarters who smokes. Can't believe that Harry might be a Snatcher. But he had matches from Outer Heaven. No, I can't believe that Harry could be a Snatcher. Let's hang on to these matches. Oh, well, they're identical to the ones we've got. Very bad shape, but the corners have been reinforced. Harry's taking really good care of it. Almost too good of care of it. Chief's office. He's not in at the moment. Is that vase in the picture the same one as the vase in the hospital, I wonder? Here's the chief is out at the moment. The plot's thickening. This is only our second day. Monitor switched off. It's unusual. First time I've ever seen it shut off. Wait a minute. Do you notice anything odd about that picture? Doesn't it look like a face to you? A face? I don't get it. Look, it looks like a face. Look at this. I thought it was just a picture of a vase, but if you reverse the background in the drawing... Oh, I see. It's two faces looking at each other. Face to face. This must be the face to face Harry was referencing in his minion. The picture was cleverly designed to take advantage of the human sense of sight. What's supposed to mean? You can see it easily if you're not a human? Let's search more carefully. Check out the face-to-face part of it, will you? There's a switch between the two faces. Picture flipped over to reveal a photograph. Wait, is that more Russia shit? Basic condition, the ink cell judges photograph to be at least 50 years old. Based on the inks... Okay, wait, no, we did that. I've seen this somewhere before, but I just can't recall. Metal, where's this picture taken? Search data on the photo's location with the Alpha 1 network. Found it. Photograph of the Red Square in Moscow, taken some time before the catastrophe. And again, we're back at Russia. What's going on? Red Square, what's a picture like that doing in the chief's office? Store that in your video memory for me. Now store the photo's image in my memory. Chief had this picture. Someone planted it here to set up the chief. None of those matches Harry had too. Which one is the Snatcher? It'll depend on what evidence we can turn out. Both of them seem suspicious. Maybe it's somebody else entirely? That's true. The patient chart with the Benson on it is quite a suspect as well. Maybe somebody wanted us to find it. It was pretty odd that Snatchers would have left part of a patient's record behind in the first place. Probably a trap. It can't be ruled out based on the evidence we've seen so far. Most of the monitors are cold. The fuse's been out for a while. It would seem to be the case. Air surface temperature is quite low too. That was a Snatcher. I don't think I'd had a picture in a place like this out in the open. Must be a reason why the picture was here, even if it was meant to some risk. What is going on? Am I a sleeper agent? Is all this like supposed to like slowly activate me into being like the true assassin robot? Before that, let me put this picture back where we found it. Where would you like to go? I don't know! I've broken the code that was on the patient record. It was the patient's name. In other words, I've uncovered a possible Snatcher. Oh, who? Oh my god, it's not someone I know, is it? I don't know the full name, but the name Benson was written on the file. In other words, Benson Cunningham, the chief, or our friendly engineer, Harry Benson. Why do they both have the last name? That's so odd. Jean was always a very precise and careful person. If he found it, it must have been something going on. Harry's out right now. He seemed to be going after the chief when he left. Said he had to check on something. Chief is out right now. I don't know when he'll be back. He's been a little restless lately. Seems to have been investigating something. Chief has been really busy lately. He'll be attending the Kyoto Summit next month. And he's had a lot of meetings and stuff related to that. Ika, what do you think? I don't want to distrust anyone. Kyoto Summit, what's that? It's the annual summit of the leaders of the world's advanced countries. It'll be taking place in Old Kyoto. Oh! Oh, shit! Snatchers at the World Summit. Yo! Oh, alright. Well, that explains a lot. Fuck. Gillian, I have a video phone call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Gillian, it's me, Jamie. Listen carefully. You know that Queen's Hospital? I found out that they undertook a major expansion project in 2035 to put in a basement. That's right, they have a basement.
Secret basement?
Construction is really unusual here in the Okobe. That's why there are still records of it. But there's more. The director of that hospital, Chin Shu Ho, has had his license suspended in the past for performing eugenics experiments at an illicit underground facility.
Are you telling me Queens has underground treatment facilities?
That has to be it, Gillian. Chin Shu Ho is performing skin operations on Snatchers underground.
And that means that Chin himself is also probably a Snatcher. Or rather, the real Chin, the original Chin, was snatched.
So, that entire ground-level complex is just a front for the underground facilities.
And if we hit that hospital, we can ruin the Snatcher's plans. Well, this is it, Metal. We're heading right into the enemy's headquarters this time.
Gillian?
Yeah?
This sounds really dangerous. I just wanted you to know, I want you to come home safe.
Jamie...
The reason I left you is because I thought you were pushing yourself too hard, being self-destructive. And it seemed like the wedding ring you were wearing when they found us had become a tremendous burden on you.
Aww.
I didn't want that to be the only reason we stayed together.
Oh, Jamie, I never felt that way at all.
I'll be waiting for you. We may not have our memories, but you are the only one I've ever shared any time with. Be careful, Gillian.
Jamie.
Aww.
Are you all right, Gillian?
Yeah. All right, Metal, let's go. We have to pay a visit to Queen's Hospital. Her Majesty is waiting.
Let's go! Yawn.
Just where do you think you're going?
Oh shit, it's out of control.
This is most unusual. The turbo cycle seems to be out of control.
Switch over to manual. I'll take over.
Understood.
Gillian,
Switch to manual control.
do you have your license?
Well, how is it?
What the? We've got no brakes! Metal, check the brake system out. Pronto!
Sorry, Gillian. Looks like sabotage. No doubt the Snatcher's handiwork.
No!
Sabotage? But the only one who could work on the turbo cycle?
Worry about that later. Gillian, we've got to do something quickly.
Metal, pull the emergency lever. It broke off. Well, I guess we had it. Can't be this. You'll be jump out. What, are you giving up? Never survive. It'd be like jumping off the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a rather dated image, don't you think? There's nothing we can do. Don't give up so easy. There must be some way out of this. What in the world are you doing? Alright, I'll try blowing this thing into the sand pile over there. Hold on tight. Damn, won't anything work? Alright, let's try a long shot. I'll push this button here.
And a good morning to you, my friend. Bud Miller with you here on the big 90.7. Looks like we're gonna have a bright...
It was the radio! You turned on the radio, Gillian. What are you doing? Okay, let's try hitting the sandbank one more time. I guess hit the cliff. We'll try side-swiping the cliff. Hang on, Metal. This is awesome. Damn, even that won't stop it. We're finished. It's been nice knowing you, Gillian. Shut up. There's got to be something. It's hopeless. We're moving at over 200 kilometers per hour. Holy shit, that's fast. Damn, the speed keeps increasing. Come on, sand. We're gonna die, we're gonna die! We've had it, oh dear lord. Oh no, Gillian's given up, we're truly doomed. Shut up, with y'all think of something? Probably. I'll try another button. Let's switch for the afterburner. Whoops, you boost our thrust by 23%! Well, Metal, I haven't known you for very long, but it's been fun. Gillian, let's pray together. Actually, I'm not that religious. I didn't think so. The Gillian prayer. Look, a new command has appeared on the menu.
Damn! What else can we do? Metal, start punching buttons.
Any buttons at all?
Yes! Yes! Push anything!
Gillian, this doesn't seem to be doing any good.
Damn! I was sure that would work.
Gillian, the road makes a sharp right turn just 1,500 meters ahead. At this speed, we'll never make it. Gillian! Gillian!
Hey, Gillian!
Huh?
Over here!
What's that?
Wait, is that random?
Over here!
Random!
Gillian, you gotta jump over to my bike! Hurry!
800 meters until we reach the...
Holy crap!
Metal, you go first!
Not again.
Move your butt. That curve's just ahead.
Understood. 1, 2, 3.
All right, Gillian. Now it's your turn. Keep her steady.
300 meters until you reach the curve.
Gillian, jump! I can't. My timing's off.
150 meters.
Gillian, now!
70 meters.
Now, Gillian, now!
I'm pressing buttons.
Oh, we're too late.
Gillian! I guess he didn't make it.
Don't bury me so fast. I'm right here.
Yo!
Don't you even know how to ride a motorcycle?
Gillian, it's not much farther to Queen's Hospital, and you could probably use the exercise anyway.
Ha!
Why don't we just continue the rest of the way like this?
Oh, I love it.
We've arrived at Queen's Hospital.
So, this is the place, huh? Random, are you sure you know what you're doing? This isn't going to be a field trip, you know. We may not come back.
And the bounty for this
I am
will
too
more than
blimp.
make up for it.
If you're around to spend it, that is.
Gillian, let's get going.
Alright, let's save after all that. That was kinda nuts. Lock disabled. Alright, random, let's go. We're inside the hospital. Really quiet. That's been interested lower level in here somewhere. I still think it has to do with this. It's black in here, ain't it? Simple vase. They run under the desk. Perhaps the desk is designed to slide. I think you're right. Rails on the floor. Maybe this is the way to the lower level. Must be a switch somewhere. Picture of St. Basil's. Looks like a castle or something. Old photograph. What do you think of this room? Lack of lights is weird. I can't think of any reason for that. Maybe the Snatchers don't need lights. The room might have some kind of trap or other device in it. The monitor. What's this? Face to face. Does it look like the picture that's on the wall of the Chiefs? That's the famous optical illusion, right? I get it. Their eyes don't register optical illusions. We better check it out. That's something a human would notice easily. It could be a sign of some kind. Bet this base has some kind of switch. Let's try lifting it. Oh. Haha, I knew it! I knew it! I called it! Yeah, go me! That slid to one side, revealing a stairway leading down.
This apparently leads down to a lower level.
It looks like Jamie was right. Queen's Hospital does have a basement.
And that basement is the Snatcher's main lair. Out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they say. Well, what do we do now, Gillian?
Unlike the hallway, these stairs don't have any dust on them. In other words, our friends use this. Don't read anything at the moment. Here's to go straight down.
It's a very narrow stairway. We'll have to go down single file.
Okay, who's going to take the point?
That's obvious. The guy with the light.
Hey, that's not fair.
Oh, poor Metal.
Well, well, what do we have here?
It's the hospital corridor.
It's the same hallway, but not the one that's on the first floor.
So what does that mean?
An entire floor of Queen's Hospital has been duplicated underground.
So the same floor is both upstairs and downstairs. Sort of like parallel worlds.
So that desolate setup upstairs is all just a smokescreen. They're making it look like the place is closed down, but in reality, they're keeping themselves quite busy.
Gillian, that means we're already right in the middle of their headquarters. Please use extreme caution.
Let's investigate. It's waxed rather nicely. I can't imagine a bunch of snatchers crawling around waxing the floors. It's Witch is here to open the doors. Like the first floor, there's only 2 switches. Door 1 has opened. Check out this first room. Lights are on like upstairs. Alright, let's look over the entire room. Ooh, is that a snatcher's body? It's just a specimen. Nothing of note besides the medical equipment. Besides standard X-gamma rays, it can also project neutron or proton particle beams with this equipment. Suspect that it's used in cancer treatment. These are monitors for ultrasound, MRI scanners, and other imaging equipment. They are already connected to nearby machines. The surface of the bed is still quite warm, so someone was lying on it just until a moment ago. Not picking up any movement, at least not anymore. There was some movement, but I lost it. Rather grotesque, somewhat distorted. For a medical model, it's quite inaccurate. Well, for those drugs can knock a guy down. Look at this way they carry out their treatment. It sure looks that way. Alright, let's check out door number 2. That brand new car? Oh no, here we go. There are them eyeballs. Oh, is this the Dick Room? Dick Room 2 Electric Boogaloo? What kind of testing equipment's running? It's a real nasty sound. Gets on my nerves. Room seems to be their real biotech research lab. Looks like Frankenstein could show up any moment. Well equipped with micro manipulators, various types of lasers. It has a microsurgery system. No cobwebs, though. Number of jars for formaldehyde and other chemicals. There are a number of machines for biotech experiments. Seems they're quite serious. They're all the finest quality monitors, microscopes, and the like. Perhaps they're out culturing skin cells? Rooms illuminated with red light makes for a very disquieting atmosphere. What are they doing with all these samples? Looks like a lot more place than the Detroit Skin Center. Argon lasers, argon dye lasers, device for selectively destroying certain types of cancer cells. They also have the latest gene cannon. Oh, that sounds cool, a gene cannon. Fucking let's go. Bitches love cannons. There are samples of monoclonal antibodies. What in the world is that? They said it had beneficial effects on cancerous melanomas. It's definitely their maintenance hospital. DNA synthesizers, DNA sequencers, nucleic acid extractor, chromatography equipment, automatic pipetting devices. It's a particle accelerator used to generate a stream of heavy particles for a number of different treatment techniques. Machine is in standby mode. The Snatchers were working on artificial skin regeneration techniques as well as various cancer treatments. I thought they were 6 months away. Sounds like they're almost done. Quite an impressive array of equipment. Some university hospitals are not stocked this well. Nuclear magnetic resonance microscopes, scanning tunnel microscopes, high voltage electron microscopes, electron beam holography cameras, street cameras. Gillian, the Snatchers obviously possess much greater intelligence than we have previously given them credit for. Nevertheless, their technology seems somewhat dated. Hey, what do you mean by that? The equipment and techniques they're using, well, most of these methods were abandoned years ago. This is well behind the current level of technology in most developed countries. A rough approximation, but I would say that they are 20 to 30 years behind the times. And what's more, judging from the imbalance of the research material here, appears to be primarily the work of one individual. Tell me that all this work on the Snatcher's artificial skin would be carried out by one person, not some government institution? The design of this lab itself is a violation of a number of biohazard prevention safety codes. While a few safety cabinets have been installed, there's no autoclave or gas sterilizer anywhere. Quite far from the P4 level. I seriously doubt that this lab was set up by the government or any large organization. There are a number of cell cultures, other specimens, all rather quite grotesque. What do you think? Sure looks like we found their hideout. Take a look at the room next door. Ugh, what a smell. Like rotting fish or something. That's the decomposing protein. That's the cancerous skin cells Gibson wrote about, huh? There are only 2 buttons. Wonder how one can get a 3rd button open. There must be a trick. Well, that didn't do it. Reception desk. Floor. Quiet, Gillian. They'll hear us if we make too much noise. Alright. How do we get into room 3? I'm dumb. I wish it would let you know when you're done investigating something. It says morgue. Oh, did I not look at something? Hi, chicken! We're trying to figure out this puzzle. Fine. Okay, what did I miss? Nothing. Nothing. So the reading comes and goes. Probably a sensor malfunction on my part. Ah, the skeleton's gone. It's definitely here a moment ago. Weird movement this room. Gillian, watch out. Ah, Snatcher!
Did I get it?
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Holy crap.
There's no doubt now that this is their maintenance facility. This one was probably still waiting to get its artificial skin installed.
So this is what they really look like, huh?
Yeah, that's the scariest thing about them. You can't tell them from real people once they've got that skin on.
Perhaps that's humanity's great weakness. We're always judging books by their cover.
And it's just that human weakness that they're out to take advantage of.
All right, Random. Metal, let's go. The HQ's junk squad can take care of him later. We've got an investigation to do.
Hey, still alive! I think it's definitely dead. Terminated. Yeah, all the function of ceased. I don't read any residual energy either. Are you hit, Gillian? Yeah, but just once. Don't worry. It's quite a tough customer. You got a few hundred of those together, and that'd be it. Gillian, let's get on with the investigation. Function has been completely terminated. Won't be moving again. Brings the Snatcher on the floor. Looks like this is where they're doing their treatment. Proof is over there on the floor. Smells like burning machinery. Ugh, gross. Oh, hydrate. Thank you. Ah. I was just down to room number 3. Maybe be opened by using those 2 buttons at the same time.
All right, let's try pushing both buttons simultaneously.
The 2 buttons are on opposite panels, so there's no way one person can push them both alone. But if 2 of us work together, it might do it.
That's it, Gillian. It makes perfect sense. It's the same system they used to use in nuclear missile silos in the late 20th century. Eliminates the risk of one man going nuts and acting alone.
Makes sense.
Well, it's hard to be sure, but let's give it a try anyway. I've got button 1. Random, you push number 2. You ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come on!
It worked!
You did it! Door number 3 opened.
Teamwork makes the
With
dream
safety
work.
measures like that, they must have had a good reason for wanting to keep it closed.
Very random. Let's have a look at that last room. Ah!
Good God!
I read 4 human skeletons in this room.
It's their morgue.
Perhaps victims of the Snatchers?
Ah!
Well, it doesn't look like whoever put them here was too worried about making sure they would rest in peace.
No, it doesn't. These have got to be their victims.
This is probably where they hide the bodies of the originals they snatch from places like Outer Heaven.
They probably picked Outer Heaven because it gets a lot of VIP traffic. Plus, during masquerade time, they could work the place and still keep their identities secret.
Yeah, and the guy who set up the link between them and Outer Heaven was Freddy, that taxi driver. They must have gone after him not because of who he was, but what he did. After all, with a taxi, there's plenty of chances to milk your customers for information. That's probably how they learned about Outer Heaven and Plato's Cavern.
I've been wondering what they had done with the bodies.
Want to hide a book? What better place than the library? Need to hide a body? How about the morgue?
And for them, keeping the bodies hidden is crucial. I mean, if somebody who's supposed to be dead is out walking the streets, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out that something screwy is going on.
Oof.
That means that if we can figure out who these bodies were, then we've just nailed 4 snatchers.
I don't want to smell. Appears to have been a proper morgue at one time, but now it's being used a little more than a closet. Ventilation duct on one side of the room. One of the bodies still decomposing, the other 3 are a little more than skeletons. Ugh. Positions of the bodies suggest that they were just thrown into the room. There's cover on the duct, but it's been weakened by oxidation. A few droppings on the floor from mice, with no doubt feeding on the bodies. Ew. A number of different insect larvae infested the body. Hasn't been well preserved to say the least, but it's definitely a human body. Insect-infested decomposing body divided by 8 large groups. Each of those groups works on the body for roughly 15 days, making 8 by 15 or a 4-month cycle. As such, an analysis of the variety number and size of the organisms on the body allow a rather accurate estimation of which group is currently present. In other words, you can figure out how long the victim's body has been dead without analyzing the body itself. On this particular body, flies have laid eggs and the maggots have grown into adult flies, so it's been less than 30 days since death. As for the other 3 bodies, 1 full cycle has been completed, so at least 4 months have passed. Can you determine the cause of death? Bodies have severely damaged. Such a determination will require more extensive facilities. What about the identity of the victims? Hair, clothing, even teeth, anything that could be used to make an identification. Oh, they took their teeth! Damn snatchers, they were careful to make sure their identities even get out. Even we had some teeth. That guy's kind of got his teeth. What about these teeth? They've been deliberately misaligned to prevent identification. Damn it! Guess we'll never be able to ID them. There is a way. We can perform a simulated reconstruction. Fortunately, the skulls of the victims are still intact. Reconstruction, a good idea. Well, let's do this reconstruction thing.
Now performing simulated reconstruction of the head and facial features of each of the 4 victims. Commencing with victim number 1. Now performing craniometric analysis. X-ray and sagittal X-ray, magnetic resonance imaging, and positron CT data gathered. Complete cranial data now being compiled. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction. First, victim's age. Estimate based on 1. Presence or absence of cranial fontanelles and chroma of epicranial sutures. 2. Area of facial region and cranium. 3. Height of upper and lower jaw and development of alveolar part. And 4. Location of cranial center of gravity. Next, victim's sex. Estimate based on 1. Overall size of cranium. 2. Parietal bone angle. And 3. Development of splachnocranium.
This is very technical.
Lastly, victim's race. Estimate based on 1. Overall cranial configuration.
I don't really know what
2.
to say.
Volume of intercranial cavity. And 3. Mass of the skull.
Like I should just let metal take over.
Soft feature reconstruction based on averaged results of above analysis. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of first victim completed.
It's Freddy.
It's Freddie Nielsen.
Moving on to second victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 2. Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of second victim completed.
That's Lisa Nielsen.
Moving on to third victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 3.
Oh shit, here we go.
Starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric
Who's
analysis
victim number 3?
Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
Napoleon!
Head of third victim completed.
Who in the world is that?
That's the director
Oh,
of Queen's Hospital.
that's the director. Ah, damn it, am I
what's his
racist?
face?
Chin Shu O Gillian. Moving on to last victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 4.
This one's the most recent. It's still decomposing.
Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction.
To be fair, I didn't remember what that guy's face looked like. And we've only met one character
using the same
before.
techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing.
Uh-oh, is it the chief?
Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values.
Or is it
Now
Harry?
adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of final victim completed.
It's the chief.
It's the chief!
What?
The chief is a snatcher! The Benson on the scrap of that patient record was Benson Cunningham.
No, that means Harry's in trouble.
Body, I would estimate that the snatching took place approximately 1 month ago.
So it was the chief who sabotaged our turbo cycle. And those matches we found in Harry's room, the chief must have put them there to try to set him up.
No No doubt Harry figured it out and decided to leave that face-to-face message. Wait a minute. Didn't Mika say that Harry had left to go find the chief?
That's right. He was probably trying to track down some evidence on the chief.
Gillian, I'd say that this Harry has put himself in a pretty dangerous spot.
If it was the chief that sabotaged the turbo-cycle, doesn't that mean that he already knows we're onto him?
Damn! Harry and Mika are in danger!
Oh shit, we gotta get out of here.
That's far enough, Junker. Your little investigation is over.
Oh no!
It's them!
Who? Snatchers?
Get them!
My arm! I can't reach my blaster! I'm hit in the leg!
Is that the best you can do, Junker?
Who's there? Jin Shuo, you scum!
It seems you still have some fight left in you. You two are finished, but our plans move forward. We are now entering Phase 2. And when we do, not only this city, but the entire world will be ours to command.
Phase 2? What are you talking about?
The summit!
As you know, our operations have been hindered up to now by the flaws in our artificial skin. The skin's shortcomings have kept us away from ultraviolet rays, forcing us to do our work at night, underground, or in the winter. In the end, we had to construct a hospital like this, all because of the flaws in our artificial skin.
Right?
This was the only difference between us and you humans. But now we have broken this barrier.
Huh?
We are on the verge of developing a perfect artificial skin.
Oh.
Thanks to the cooperation of a new partner in our plan.
Perfect artificial skin? A new partner?
Once we have the new skin, nothing will be able to stop us. And with that, our plan moves to Phase 2. Our little experiment in this city will end, and we'll move in force to take over the world.
Don't be so sure. You won't get out of the city that easy.
You humans are always so overconfident, so naive.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're aware that the Kyoto Summit, being held to decide how to handle the Snatcher problem, opens tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow?
Is that right?
Yes. Countries around the world are concerned about the Snatcher problem. It will be one of the main topics discussed at this year's summit.
That's right. Tomorrow, we attack the summit.
You must be crazy. The security there will be incredible. You won't even get close.
Must I explain everything to you, Junker? Aren't you even aware that a fellow Junker will be giving a special presentation at the summit?
The chief, Cunningham. So that's why you snatched him.
We've known that your chief would be speaking at the summit for over 3 months now.
Gillian, the summit is tomorrow. We have to hurry.
Oh shit,
Listen,
running out of time.
We have your chief. You Junkers are at our mercy, and so is this city. And tomorrow, we move on the world. Nothing can stop us now. We will finally achieve our long-awaited goal of global domination.
Okay, so their goal is global
Who is
domination.
this we you keep talking about?
We are an evolved life form, given life in the depths of the Kremlin by our creator, Modnar. We are a new race.
Oof.
Modnar?
Modnar? The Kremlin? Those names are familiar, but...
Our goal is to snatch all of the world's leaders and then achieve total control of human thought and worldwide racial unification.
You're insane. Humanity won't be so easily dominated. You underestimate the strength of the human spirit.
Also,
I
good
think
luck on the
not.
whole racial
In
equality.
the same way as the Nazis, our strategy begins with the overpowering of the spirit of the people. We will strike at you humans' weakest point, the most primitive part of your psychological makeup, your suspiciousness and fear. By provoking suspicion and mistrust throughout the populace, we will destroy that fragile fabric which holds your society together.
Oof.
That of trust.
Big oof.
Fear is you humans' weak point. It is the primitive part of your brains that binds you forever to your animal ancestors and makes you vulnerable. By stimulating that part of your atavistic instincts, our plan can succeed magnificently.
Gillian, at this rate, they'll kill us all. You've got to get out alive. You're a junker.
Just what have you have in mind?
I've got a big fireworks show ready for them. Better that than get snatched.
What? You're gonna blow yourself up? No, we're better off fighting together.
Hey, it won't work. I'm hit in the thigh. Ow. Oh, damn. A bounty hunter can't do anything with a leg wound like this. I might as well have been shot in the head.
Well, there must be some way out of here.
Hey, I wasn't doing this job just for fun. I stayed ready for situations like this. I've always been prepared to go out with a bang.
Oh, man.
It's December. A little late for fireworks.
So it'll be an off-season show.
No, I can't let you.
My belt's packed with TNT PX. You know, that really strong stuff they use in the mines on Mars.
Jesus.
Push, and this whole hospital will go. No trouble at all. No time to sit around thinking, Junker Boy. Go! What are you doing? Get your butt
Random.
moving, you fool.
Random, no.
I've got a powerful strobe on me. Its flash will screw up their sensors long enough for you to get out. Now, you with me? Fireworks are better from a distance anyway, Gillian.
No, Random.
Finished chatting?
Don't die.
Then I think it's time for you to die. We're quite busy, you know.
You ready? When I give the signal, break into the air shaft and run. And don't forget your blaster.
Metal, stay with me.
Yes, sir.
Random.
Gillian. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have a chance to call in that debt you owe me.
Don't worry. I'll pay it back to the Snatchers with interest.
All right, go! Run, Gillian!
Bro gave me like no time. Random. Ah. Why does every partner I have end up blowing up or getting their head ripped off?
Metal, are you okay?
No, Metal.
Metal, something broken?
Okay, but it appears that language circuits have been damaged somewhat.
What happened?
Random blew himself up after getting us into this air shaft.
Random.
Gillian, that explosion should have taken all of Queen's Hospital with it.
The thick walls of this duct must have shielded us from enough of the blast.
Yeah, but we were underground. How are we going to get
If
out?
it wasn't for Random, we wouldn't have made it. Oh, Random.
Gillian, we have no time for grief now. We must get back to Junker headquarters as quickly as possible. Harry and Mika are in danger.
You're right. And I have to keep my promise to Random. But first, we have to figure out how to get out of here.
I can't see a thing. What should we do?
All right, let's try moving forward. Could be Snatchers waiting for us. Use extreme caution. How far does this thing go? Gillian, are you sure this thing has an exit? Constructed quite well. Signs of the construction to reinforce it has been carried out. And you hear the sound of water flowing, but we must be close to the way out of this thing. Some kind of scratches here. Scratches, check them out. Scratch was caused by scraping a very hard claw-like object of some kind. A snatcher. Maybe they were using this as a shortcut or back route. As I continues for some distance, I can hear water. It can't be a dead end. Can't go back. The way is blocked by debris. Very live edge. Check real careful. There's got to be some way out of here. We'll probably keep moving forward, but it's likely to be a dead end. Then, are you picking up any movement? Afraid the shock of the explosion damaged my motion detector. I'm getting partial readings, but they're not as sensitive as they should be. If we get attacked in an area like this, we've had it. Pray for us, Gillian. We've got to make it out of here. Damn, so I gotta pin in my own eyes and ears, do I? Probably a sewer or something nearby. Both the right and left side of the walls, ducts have scratches on them. If something hard had bumped into them. From the snatchers when they moved through the duct. Reinforcing bars formed level 4 hardness steel alloy have been installed. Quite strong. That's what saved us. I guess we should thank them. But it's not just a simple air duct. Some kind of sand spilled here. How did this get in here? We're now analyzing the sand. Iron particles, high quantities of phosphorus, the type of sand in particular is to the M district of Neo Kobe. Right around the old factory. It appears that a snatcher was dragged through here. A human body would not cause such marks. Maybe that naked snatcher we saw in the operating room. It's probably correct. Endostructure before the artificial skin was installed. It's unusual that particular sand would be present here. No doubt brought here by someone. For an air duct, the quantity of dust is quite low. Certainly no reason why anyone would ever deliberately open this. Oh, I'm sneezing. Snow 9. Alright, I'll gather around a sample of the air here. Results as I expected. Concentration thin. Definitely Snow 9 present. We'll be safe at these concentrations. The farther we go, the higher the concentration. Must be coming from that direction. The light isn't powerful enough to continue on. Lower surface constructed of reinforced concrete. Probably a sewer or something nearby. Oh, advance. Finally. This thing just keeps going. Insectors, Gillian, use your blaster. I wonder when we get this one shooting. Shit. Oh, I hadn't saved in a while, so that was close. They really build a lot of those things, don't they? Yeah, it took 5 hits, only one more would have been curtains. Sectors must be security for the area, which means at the end of this duct. Not reading any more motion. Let's move on. Look, a way out. We're saved, Gillian. Metal, don't let down your guard.
What in the world?
This is part of the tube liner, the city's long-abandoned subway system.
You mean Queen's Hospital and this were connected?
Yes, it would appear that the Snatchers were using this to move from place to place. This would provide them with the perfect way to move about while still avoiding the ultraviolet rays they hate so much. We should have realized this sooner. The city is crisscrossed by the tube liner's old lines.
It makes sense.
And since they are abandoned, the Snatchers could move undetected as well.
Aha! That's how those two we caught a glimpse of at the abandoned factory where Gibson was killed were able to disappear so quickly. They must have used this subway.
That would appear to be correct. The tube liner passes underneath that factory site as well. That would also explain why sand from the factory was in the air duct at the hospital.
So this is the trick they were using to stay out of the sun and avoid being seen while they moved around.
Now we know why it took so long to uncover them.
All right, let's follow the subway. We should be able to get out when we get to the nearest station.
Ah, look at us go. Yeah, thank you for the head pats. You're up late. How far does this bloody thing go? We're probably lost. I wonder where we are. Oh, can you see what's up ahead? Appears the tunnel continues for as far as I can see. The only sound is that of our own footsteps. I don't know how much further we have to go to reach the next station. Well, I don't know our exact present location, so I cannot give an accurate figure. Part of the systems have been built in these stations, but we'll have to walk quite a bit further. The area we passed through, I see nothing out of the ordinary. Gillian, can you hear any trains? What are you saying, Gillian? The tube liner has been abandoned for years. I'm not picking up any unusual sounds. Gillian, what's wrong?
Look, metal, light!
Yes, but this doesn't look like a station.
There's a ladder.
Where do you suppose it leads, Gillian?
I don't have the slightest, but let's climb it and see.
All right, now climbing the ladder.
Hop aboard, little buddy.
We seem to have emerged into an odd place.
Oh!
Wait, this room.
This is the apartment of that one couple.
It's Freddie Nielsen's bathroom. He was using this shaft from the bathtub to get down into the subway. So that's how he did that.
Ah, yes. As I recall, after you disposed of Lisa, he somehow entered the apartment without using the regular entrance.
Which he accomplished by using this secret passage into his bathtub.
The bathtub must be of a double construction. The bottom is actually a lid. When they wanted to hide the passage, all they needed to do was fill the tub. And to get in and out, they would just drain the water into another tank.
Jeez. Double bottom bathtubs? Abandoned subways? Snatchers really go out of their way to stay out of the sun.
It is a lot of effort.
Okay, Gillian, let's head outside.
Oh, wait, let's save. Freddy's living room. Exit. For that, don't you want to look at that map? It's a late 20th century map. Moscow, eh? Chin Shu Oh over at Queen's Hospital said, had a picture of the St. Basil's Cathedral. Steve keeps a picture of the Red Square hidden. How come everyone is such a big fan of Moscow these days? What's going on here? Moscow seems to hold some clue to this whole thing, doesn't it? Moscow. Did that guy say something about it? Before the explosion, didn't Chin Shu So say something about achieving what was meant to be 55 years ago in the depths of the Kremlin? Now they mention it, this map is from exactly that era, isn't it? Moscow, 55 years ago. The key to understanding the Snatchers no doubt lies there. Must be some meaning. I don't think they'd paste a 50-year-old map up here just for decoration. Tape, you mean this laser beam, right? Don't break the beam, Gillian. You got people from headquarters all over the place. It's a security sensor. Gotta make sure nobody messes with the evidence after all. Like I'm breaking into the place. But I'm breaking out! We're outside of Nielsen's apartment. Thank God. Let's get back to headquarters. Hey, get back. We don't have a turbo cycle. Are we gonna walk it? Are there any taxis or anything around here? quite away from Queen's Hospital. It's very quiet. Set off to prevent snatchers from spreading. The building is no longer inhabited. Look, taxi over there. The man taxi. The driver is behind the wheel. Cab is for hire. Shall we board it? We've boarded the taxi. Where to, driver? This is a man cab. I can take you anywhere you want to go. We're on urgent business. Get us to Junker headquarters as quickly as you can. And what do you want to go there for? Something going down? We're in a hurry. Is that some kind of joke, sir? You can't be serious. This is a man taxi, you know. I can't go to a place like that. And I think we picked up a weird taxi. Listen, I'm a junker. Take me to Junker headquarters and do it quickly. Right now, you're going somewhere else. You want to know where that is? Where? Straight to hell. No! Chinchuo, you lived!
Is he dead?
He's junk now. A separate one, wasn't he?
Oh, holy crap.
He made it through that explosion and was waiting for us out here. If those things ever get control of the city, there's no way we'll ever get it back. We've got to stop them before that.
And to do that, we have to prevent the chief from getting to the Kyoto summit.
I know. And I have to pay back my debt to Random.
Let's use this taxi to get back to Junker headquarters.
I planned on it. I just hope Mika and Harry are safe.
We arrived at Junker headquarters. Certainly hope Mika and Harry are safe. Alright, Metal, this is it. Final showdown. Are you ready? Now entering headquarters. Oh, shit! What? Shutter on the reception booth is closed. There are a few holes in the shield, no doubt caused by a blaster of cannon fire. Snatchers did this. Servers of the shows evidence of having been struck by fire of an energy weapon. Every motion, someone's in the booth. Good luck for the inside. Only way to open it's in the booth. Can this be opened from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be opened. Emergency lights flashing on the check door panel. Headquarters been put on emergency status. Here's something attacked this place. Mika's still in the booth. Metal, find this external connection jack. With this, I'll be able to open the shutter. Now, plugging with the emergency external port. Releasing lock, opening shutter.
All right, I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution. Anything could be inside.
No, Mika!
Mika! Mika, are you all right? Metal, how is she?
Her pulse is normal. The only external injuries are to her forehead, and they are not serious. There's been no significant blood loss.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian.
Mika, what happened?
Gillian, the chief. The chief is a snatcher.
So he's finally shown his true colors.
Harry's...
What's happened to Harry?
Harry put me in the pod and sealed the main door. He locked the snatcher in.
That was smart. Not even a snatcher can get through this shield.
So where's Harry?
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he went in. Gillian, please help him.
Harry! Mika, open the door. I'm going in. Metal, we're going in. Be careful. That snatcher could be hiding anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard
Ha!
down.
Cunningham.
Don't worry. I'll watch myself in there.
But I'm a more Cunningham ham. No, Harry!
Harry!
No!
Oh, Gillian. Is that you? I'm getting old. Just look at me.
What happened?
I saw the chief messing with your turbocycle. And that weird picture in his office.
Metal, how is he? Metal!
I do not wish to say.
Really that bad, huh?
Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, he showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
Ooh.
That's enough, Harry. I understand. Metal, is there anything we can do for him?
Gillian, I'm sorry.
No.
Harry, you'll be okay. It doesn't look like you're hurting too bad.
He's got a hole in him.
This will work out perfect. You always were working too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest up?
Yeah, sure. Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body. I know I ain't gonna make it. You were a good kid, Gillian.
Harry!
No!
I don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you. I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little, like my father. What I can remember of him.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
Harry, hang in there. You and I were gonna go out and tie one on, remember?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You, me, and Jean, the three of us.
But John is...
Metal, quiet!
Gillian, I've lived my life alone.
Oh.
I didn't know my parents or family. Always so stubborn, glued to my research. I never really trusted anybody. That was a mistake.
Harry!
Blood pressure continuing to fall.
Harry?
After Jean died, I felt it. Human warmth, companionship.
I know what you mean.
Gillian, I just wanted to get along with everybody. I don't need no Nobel Prize. For 50 years, I've been searching, trying to find something I lost. Looks like I'll never find it now.
Gillian, he's about...
Looks like I've been talking too much. It's up to you now, Gillian. I'm finished. You won't forget this, old grouch, will you?
Harry!
Never, buddy.
Gillian, you've got to believe in yourself. You're the last junker.
I'm the last junker.
Harry! Harry!
It's time for revenge.
Pupils are dilated.
Cunningham! No! Snatcher! I'll get you for this!
We have no time for grieving. That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Metal, listen to me. If that Snatcher gets me, you've got to take Mika and run. Then you've got to blow up Junker headquarters. Blow it sky high! You understand me?
Yes, sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that. So,
Yeah, I don't either.
where should we start our search?
Computer room. Snatcher does not seem to be around. Let's do a quick save. Visit the shooting range. About motion the shooting range. Read anything? Only the ones registering. Good chance it's hiding in here somewhere. I'll check it out now. Are you ready? Nothing unusual. Okay, it's not here. What? Anything under the sofa? All that chaos tech? No? Under the desk. Damn it. Snatcher does not seem to be around. Only one place to hide. Where is he? Still feel like he's going to be in the shooting range. No one in the locker. Where are you, Snatcher? All right, let's see. I don't know where to go. Go through all the rooms one more time. He's up with it. Something on the desk. There's no stain like this a few moments ago. Oh shit, above! The pool of blood. Look up! Look up, dummy! You bastard! Oh shit!
The lighting control system has been destroyed. Distance to motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has been activated.
Can we find him again?
We should go after him immediately.
We'll find him. We know he's somewhere inside headquarters.
The Snatcher has been wounded. We should look for traces of blood.
Search. Wait, no, not this room. Any bloodstains? Nope, no blood here. Okay. Detective room. No blood stains. Shoot range. And no blood here either. Damn it. Wait, where have I not checked? Oh, the front.
The main door has been opened. Did Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod. What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Don't move, Seed.
No!
Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself.
No, Mika!
I'm right here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
Holy shit.
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move. It's a trap.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
I don't know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Mika!
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker.
Oof. I think I got him. I did it!
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Harry? I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
Everyone's dead! Ah, those eyes!
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Crane's hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you can imagine. Now our plans will move into Phase 2. For that, we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine. Your existence is meaningless, as long as you don't get your memory back.
What? My memory?
Good luck, Junker.
What about my memory?
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry. Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika.
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die. I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the city is still full of Snatchers. This fight is just beginning.
It was the chief the whole time. Oh, I have a phone call.
Gillian, I have an urgent video call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Oh no!
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
Your memory? So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie, what's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you. They've taken our boy hostage.
What?
Boy.
We have a kid?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
What?
I'm so sorry.
Wait. A Snatcher!
Snatcher!
Gillian!
No!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish. Professor Seed.
Professor Seed. What? I'm a doctor? Did I invent the Snatchers? What? What? What is going on? Ah! Well, we're on the last chapter. Now change to disc 2.
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
Oof.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
Jesus Christ, overkill?
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
Oof.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatchers' headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Mental, what about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough.
Damn.
Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
Hey, I am.
You knew all along?
I got a promotion.
Of course.
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Whoa!
Cryogenic sleep pods?
What?
You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
What?
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the Army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
That's Harry's picture from when he was a kid.
We were Harry's mom and dad?
That's correct. Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son. It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
What?
Harry? Harry was my son?
What?
Using the information gained from the photo, it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Whoa.
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry. Harry was my son. Did he know?
No. It was highly classified information. He was never
Ew.
told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
My heart is breaking. So many revelations.
Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
It turns out I was frozen from like the 1980s, and they discovered me in Russia with my wife in cryopods, and then we lost our memory. Then the army that was going to go save us had a Snatcher in it, and then there was this big old catastrophe where a whole bunch of people died. And I guess I'm a professor, and Ed Random died, and Harry died, and Harry was my son, and I don't know what's going on. This game is nuts. This game is nuts. This game is nuts. Alright, Snatcher's weak point. It's the head. Oh, ultraviolet rays. The weak point is an effective artificial scan. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes mutations in the melanites. Now look at busy afternoon. It's been very busy. We blew up a hospital, and we jumped out of a broken or a hijacked turbo speeder. We went to a strip club. What else did we do? Oh yeah, we fought a whole bunch of little spider bots. And then we had to kill our boss because he was a Snatcher. Ultraviolet rays in 250 to 350 nanometer range are responsible for causing the cancer. The reason why they're not so limited is when they can be out. You can only come out at night in the middle of winter and wear sunscreen even then. That's a method that John used to figure out where the Snatchers were up to. Ironic, it turns out the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. Global warming is saving us from the Snatchers. You heard it here first, folks. Kojima predicted the Snatcher menace. Now, what method were they able to use to move and avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? The underpass. That is the method of movement the Snatchers were using. Yes, they were using the abandoned tunnels of the old tube liner system to get from place to place. They'll tell you that they were able to move without being noticed. Nielsen's apartment, the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all those hideouts were connected by the tube liner. Maybe there's a tunnel under their main base as well. There's a good chance of that. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? Sneeze. What was the cause of the sneezing? Snow 9. I've been paying attention. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen developed by the military and presence limited to certain regions, using it to interfere with radio transmissions to keep people away. Probably were producing it intentionally themselves. The only regions of the city where Snow 9 are still present are the areas around the Ina River. It's been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it represents. That means their base must be somewhere near the Ina River. It's a fair conclusion. They are probably somewhere near the Ina River, protected by Snow 9. Accessible by the tube liner near the Ina River. We must not forget the 3 photographs we found the Snatchers with, all they related from the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. Map on the wall, picture of the temple, and the photo of the red square. Why do Snatchers keep pictures of memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they come from. Homesick is serious. Maybe they're robots. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all of these pictures? Moscow. Moscow must be where they come from. It must be the basis of their programming. You might be right. Just as people in their hometown have it dear to them, creators may have put a hometown into their programming. They use very advanced artificial intelligence systems, so they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. They are born out of nothing, but they needed to give them some kind of image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home. The place they found Jamie and I.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present.
Oof, that's a
Now
lot.
I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this, we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Okay.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
Yeah, overlay it.
What's this?
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union,
Oh.
the Kremlin.
Okay.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
Oh, well, there we go.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
I'm a married man.
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have to hurry.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
Gillian, we're a married man. This is the last turbo cycle. Right into the bottom of the ninth. I'll save everything that's happened so far. Of course, know the answer to that question.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off.
Let's go!
Flight configuration. Now gaining altitude.
Jamie, please be safe.
Gillian, please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
A 50-year debt in 3 hours. Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood? Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
Well, we're here. Is this a game or a 16-bit movie? This is a Sega CD game directed by Hideo Kojima. This is Snatcher. So because of the Hideo Kojima game, it is a movie. Yes. You are not wrong. Now I know why they call it the Kremlin. The only sound is that of the wind. This is definitely Snow 9. Since their scan indicates the tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath. The very old church bears resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. Try to avoid inhaling it completely. Surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. This is likely to keep just about anyone away. Given the season, a few Christmas lights would really liven up the scene. Nothing in the motion detector. Building's about 50 years old, but appears very maintained. Entrance to the front side.
All right, now opening the door.
Time to go in.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
That got it.
What's this? Appear to be some kind of chapel for the Snatchers. Are you telling me those things pray? To whom? No doubt their creator. The portrait on the wall is probably the representation of him. Oh, look at this anime dude! Person no doubt the one the Snatchers worship is their creator. Oh, he's so fucking anime! This guy, isn't that random? One moment, I'll compare the picture with my data on random. While the facial bone structure of the individual of the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, a positive identification is impossible, as the picture is not a photograph. This looks too much like him to be a coincidence. These are chairs for worshippers in chapel, no doubt. Everything is nice and orderly, as if the pre-collapsed Soviet Union has been recreated here. Something is written on the painting, the creator, Modnar. Modnar is random backwards! No! Random! You were working for the enemy all along! Wait, so then you didn't blow yourself up? What? What is going on? The one the Snatcher was talking about appears to be a portrait of that person. Was random like a Snatcher of Professor Modnar? All very organized, almost inhumanly so. There's no litter or garbage, almost too clean. Number of scratches on the surface, definitely caused by Snatchers. That's a lot of Snatchers! Look at them all. I'm not picking up any energy readings. They're all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. This is the warehouse, huh? Must be a few hundred of them. And it keeps going. This looks like a factory. These are the endostructures, which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. Bone sizing devices, skull slits are all still the small sizes. Victims haven't been chosen yet. They're still waiting their turn. Metal Gear! There seem to be some number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed, however. Means the wangs. You had to, like, attach the dick. It's like a battery. I don't see any tools for equipment or for maintaining. This room just appears to be storage. Some kind of label here. Oh, you're talking about Metal Gear, my partner. My partner is Metal Gear Mark II. If you played Metal Gear Solid 4, Errol, that's what this is based off of. He's my little robot friend. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Siberian Investigative Force. It appears that these Snatchers were brought to Neo Kobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. Seems the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces were snatched, just like when they found us. So the Siberian Investigative Forces bring the Snatchers out of Siberia into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. This one, the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. A rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. Back part of the room may hold the answer to that question. Ready, Gillian, heading for the room further back. Whoa! The Snatcher's culturing room. Mechanism is operating. Gillian, there are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions.
Oh.
And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, They attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
Well, the life and times of a snatcher, am I right? The cylinders used to culture the snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. Here's the weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. Really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end. No sound except for the soft bubblings of the cylinders. Small metal door with a knob attached. Computer terminals installed in each preservation cycle. Power's on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people to be snatched is all being neatly processed. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time.
Oof.
And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
Oh, attack satellites.
A phased particle
That's
beam,
great.
Huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Aww.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
Time is of the essence. When was the last time I saved?
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Whoa, spiders! They're bouncing around! No! Oh, holy crap!
Whew.
That was
I wasn't ready
bananas.
for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next
Those
door.
are way tougher than those other spider bots. Holy shit! Those are more like frog bots.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Snatcher!
Jeez.
Oh, that was a lot easier.
These guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Oh. Jamie. Wait. I was gonna say, they don't want me to shoot Jamie, do they?
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin
I
development.
hate to break it to you.
They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died.
Ah!
He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
Thank you for following, everyone.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin.
We're at the end of Snatcher.
Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Hello.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what
Give
you're
you a shout
talking
out.
about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you.
Well, here we go.
Try to remain calm, okay?
Revelations.
56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race.
Very much like
Not
Blade
the
Runner.
Soviets. The
Oh,
conservative
Neo
despots
Starman.
in the
It turns out that
Kremlin
me
had
and Jamie were
another,
cryo-frozen for
completely
50
different idea
years.
for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher Project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments.
It was
their
Russia the whole
economies, take
time.
over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian.
Oh,
Early
I'm a
development was carried
psychologist.
out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time,
I've got a
the
doctorate.
Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was the CIA the whole time!
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident.
The catastrophe.
A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
Wait, did I cause Chernobyl?
You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
No way, you're alive? Whoa, you're old.
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No, not quite.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Holy crap.
Elijah,
Oh,
why are you doing
he's
this?
part Snatcher.
Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me?
Oh, the world kind of sucks.
Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here.
What?
57 years ago.
No way.
I was obsessed with my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated.
He was in love with my wife.
Degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart.
Oh my God!
You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you.
Why?
You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team.
Oh, I joined late.
Home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch.
Oh,
Jamie and Gillian fell in love.
oh, look at that butthurt face.
Even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger.
Oh my God.
Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you.
Because it's in the past. That's why.
The democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related
project
to
was
it
canceled.
be destroyed, and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Oof.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end.
No!
At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation.
Holy crap.
An entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
In Chernobyl.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right.
What?
A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself,
Chernobyl was secretly a bacteria weapons research facility.
It was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th.
Only in this world it fucked up everything worse.
I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter, and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then?
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How? How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin,
Jeez.
trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers.
Holy crap.
For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
Yeah. That's putting it lightly.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction.
So, wait, then who was Random Hajiel? That's Elijah Mordun backwards.
The true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings.
Hell.
We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Random! Random was a Snatcher!
Random?
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth.
Oh, shit!
He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This
Holy
bioroid
crap!
caused
Another
me
twist!
serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine.
The anti-Snatcher!
Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards.
Yeah, I did figure that out.
How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Damn.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now.
Oh.
But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart.
Yeah, no, for the Sega CD, this
I will
is
have
nuts.
free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15
No, Metal!
satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
No, Metal! No one else is supposed to die!
You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you're the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
No! The Snatchers!
cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
No way, random!
What's that?
He's alive!
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Random!
I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
Ha! Semantics.
Stupid logic of a simpleton. Of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal!
No, Metal!
If you can,
Random!
try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John?
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes!
Thanks! Thanks, you two! Jamie, come on!
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool! You don't even know how to love someone!
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back!
Ha!
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
So does every country have one of these satellites? He had his thumb out, yes. He did.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
Aww.
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina!
Oh, hello, ladies.
Mika, you're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Indeed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Maybe. Trying to learn more about you is what got our relationship started. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home all alone all that time. She told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. Aww. Really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. This kid has such a rough time. She's lost almost everything practically overnight. She's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Before I knew it, we became really close, didn't we? With Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends. That sounds pretty good to me. I think you might be right, Neo Starman. The best ways to talk to us like I got two real sisters now. Oh, don't be stupid, Gil. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know? Just like family to me now. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections, what part of being married is all about, Jamie. Don't worry, no memories will change how I feel. Oh, hydrate. Good idea. No chromo. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
Oh, shit.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Future employment confirmed. Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a Second Lieutenant as well, so let's try to work well together when you get back. Wait, I'm Second Lieutenant? How come my rank is even lower than what I had in the Army?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
No!
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get
Harry!
home.
That's Harry's...
Ah!
You can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
Oh, Harry was their son.
See you, Jamie.
Because they were frozen for 50 years, Harry grew up 50 years without a family. Metal! Metal's in a Sega CD!
Yes, sir. We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
Ah!
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board.
It has an exhaust.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Hey, at least the 32X wasn't plugged into it. I would have needed another power adapter. 3 power adapters. 3 power bricks. This is a strange game. This is a Kojima game, Dreamer.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though,
resides in people's hearts. This conflict has just begun.
I am so glad I played this. Holy crap. Oh my god. You don't think about, you know, like Metal Gear is crazy, but like, oh man. Pretty much everything Kojima makes is fucking crazy. Never forget. Oh man, I gotta play fucking Police Knots. Holy shit. Is there a sequel? There is not a sequel. Police Knots is kind of a spiritual sequel. Like, it's an adventure game where you play as a detective in the future. And it's kind of got the shooting segments. Only they're a little bit more modernized. But Snatcher doesn't have a direct sequel now. Oh, man. What system is it for? It came out for Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, and maybe TurboGrafx or MSX? I don't know for sure. But yeah, but Saturn and PlayStation 1 are the main versions. We beat it! I beat it a session early. That last chapter is not very long at all. Holy crap. I feel like if this game came out nowadays, there'd be like 4 more chapters where there's a lot more like Snatcher busting going on, you know? Because we kind of just had the one big case, and then suddenly it's like, alright, let's go find their headquarters. It's like, oh! Alright, we're just jumping to the final boss right away. Okay. Oh man. Random was a Snatcher made by, Modnar's dad. Holy crap! And Harry was her son the whole time. Shit. So many twisty twists. My favorite part was that Gillian was working for the CIA the whole time. That's such a Kojima thing. He was a double agent. Came out 3 years before Terminator 2. Yeah, that sounds right. Definitely inspired by Terminator 1. But there's never been any doubt that Kojima is super inspired by American movies. Metal Gear Mark II! It's your boy! Oh, I doubt James Cameron or whoever did Terminator knows about Snatcher. They probably know about it now. Metal Chicken 2.0. He was a good boy. Now he's Metal Sega CD 2.0. Ah, Harry! Ah, our son. Had to grow up 50 years without a mama and a papa. Poor old man. Hey, it's the crew. The crew's all here. I like that piece of art. Okay, I need to look up, okay, how long to beat Psychonauts. No, Police Knots. It's called Police Knots. I've already played Psychonauts 1. Okay, so it's about 12 hours long. Okay. Oh, no. Trust me, I went on a bit longer than I normally do, but I couldn't stop at the point I was at. It was all cutscene. You have a good night, Starman. Thanks for stopping in. Is there a post-credit scene? Nope, there's not. Okay. All right. Well, I guess let's go ahead and what to do. Let's go to the hangout room. Boop boop boop. All right. Who is online at the moment so we can give them a fun little raid. Wish them a good night because I am ready for some sleeps too. But I hope everyone enjoyed that. If y'all want to see like the first few parts, then best believe the VODs are up, and it's a pretty short watch. It was we knocked it out in 3 sessions. I was actually pretty impressed. But damn, if it was a lot of fun. Tomorrow on the schedule we've got Fantasy Star 2 and Fatal Frame 2. So look forward to those. And ba, 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 ba. No one's really on at the moment. Let's see. No. There we go. We'll just drop in on Sonari. Oop. Misspelled it. There we go. All right, everyone. Y'all have a good night, a good sleeps, a good morning as well. Get some food, and I will see everyone later. Bye, Q.